My face is on. Hello. Welcome to Ouch My Money. I am Denise and I have no idea whether I'm using this mic or this mic. So if I'm too soft, please drop a comment in the live chat below. And then let's see who is coming up first tonight. Oh, the kanchong one. You see, when I'm not very fast, then Chunho will come out. Hi, Chunho.
Hi.
How are you today?
Sleepy. I just had coffee.
Goodness me.
So,
you know having a Malibu whatever, man.
Huh?
You know having a Malibu whatever, man.
Oh, I finished already. Not Malibu, like this one, the Sprite peppermint thingy, is it? I finished the bottle
Yeah,
already.
whichever you want.
Yeah, so
Okay, I see.
no more peppermint.
Disaster. Time to get something else. Hi, Douglas. Why is your hair so itchy? Is it because you're excited about our topic today?
He dyed his hair.
I didn't.
It's so black.
It's so black.
Oh, it's because of the lighting, is it?
Okay, he didn't dye his hair. He's probably used a black marker.
I realize my face is very round today, so I like use the mic and cover my face. You cannot see my double chin. Let's do the disgusting thing that Rachel doesn't like. Hi, Rachel.
Yo!
I ambushed her successfully. Yes.
Hey, Rachel, is that the first time you have that sunflower pictures behind you?
I don't remember. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So
I see. I see the
I
flower.
paint myself, you know.
Huh?
This one.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
paint myself.
You
This is
painted
paint
it?
by numbers.
Oh,
You're,
how
it's
much
not
is-
sold by number.
totally off topic, but how much is it?
This is a little bit more pricey because I bought it in the mall. So this is the very first one. Subsequently, I bought it online, so it's much cheaper.
What
Oh, so
you
the
use?
online
What
one
kind
how
of
much?
paint?
Watercolor.
Watercolor, poster color, crayon,
Acrylic
color
paint.
pencil.
So it comes in. Well, I feel like I'm promoting. It comes in this type of tubes, and it
Yeah,
has
correct.
numbers. So I just follow and paint accordingly.
Can you send me the link, please?
Oh, you just follow the
Thank
number.
you.
Yes.
Okay, guys, if anybody of you else wants the link to this, please let us know. We will drop it in the description box below. Okay,
Yeah.
so
By the way, we
So
are
very
not
excited
endorsing
about-
it.
no, we're not endorsing it. I'm just really curious because I think that painting or coloring actually is quite meditative.
It is.
It's
quite
like
therapeutic, yeah.
yeah, it's like coloring mandala like that. It's quite meditative. You enter into like a very zen state. So that's why I've been wanting to do. Bring too much news going around lately. And then today I very not zen because today, right, you know, I was reading on Mothership, right? I know it's a bit trashy lah, but on Mothership, right, there was this news article about this OnlyFans person called Titus Low, and then after that he was so upset, you know, he was so upset because apparently his fans on OnlyFans were not very good friends. They were basically taking content from his OnlyFans account, and then you have to, and then after that, spreading around free of charge. So he was very upset. So I read it on Mothership, and then I was like, oh, trashy news I will share today. Trashy.
What's the OnlyFans account?
Oh my god!
Rachel,
Actually,
you're kidding, right? Are you kidding?
No, but actually, as a girl, I shouldn't know all this, you know.
This is the first time I've heard of it today.
Okay,
Yeah.
Denise, go.
But actually, as a girl, I shouldn't know about this. You know, whenever I'm with my husband and his group of friends, they're like, "Hey, you know,
What happened to gender equality?
no,
Things
it's
that
not
guys
gender
know, we also
equality
can know
because
what.
it's not something that we are not interested in.
Pause.
What?
Let me ask Rachel a question first. Have you heard of Tumblr?
No.
Okay,
You're not
so
talking
Rachel-
about the actual Tumblr, right? You're talking about a platform. right?
No,
It's a
no,
Rachel.
no.
Okay, it's a Rachel issue.
Tumblr
Actually,
as
no,
in
there are a lot
Tumblr
of girls know
without
about
E.
OnlyFans.
No.
Okay, so
Okay, it's
let
a
me
Rachel issue.
explain
We've
what
So
is
that
concluded it's a
OnlyFans.
Rachel issue.
Yeah.
Rachel
Okay,
issue.
go, Denise.
Okay, let me do it in my condenser mic so it just suits the OnlyFans kind of vibe. So OnlyFans is a place where content creators can share their content, and then they have people who subscribe and pay to see their content. And the content is a very usually without any clothes on, and it's full of bare naked bodies. So this is the kind of content that is on OnlyFans. So it's
Not
kind of like
exactly
subscribing
right.
to.
No, no,
No!
no.
No, this one. This is not the original intention, but this is what it has evolved now to become. You go around, you go
Yeah,
outside,
but
you
it's
talk
not.
about
It's
OnlyFans.
not.
This is the
Yeah,
thing that comes to mind.
yeah, but you just painted a very. You just created a very, und, shady
It
impression
is a
on.
very shady thing. Do you agree? The original intention was not. No, I understand that the original intention for OnlyFans is not like that, but
Yeah,
this
it's
is
for
what it has evolved
musicians and
to.
artists and actors and creative people who have
They don't
fans.
use OnlyFans anymore because OnlyFans has now evolved. You go outside to the streets, you ask people about OnlyFans, you see what is the what you ask them, do you know what is OnlyFans? Then you ask them what is their definition of OnlyFans. Then you see what kind of definition they give you. None of it has to do with music.
But-
Maybe unless it's background music.
But okay, I have to say Denise is correct to a certain extent, is right to a certain extent. It didn't start off that way. Douglas, what you're saying, it didn't start off that way. It was supposed to be that way. But during the pandemic, okay, I don't know what to call these people. These people who showcase a lot more of their body, or work in certain industry that uses their body, they somehow turn to
Leverage on
OnlyFans.
technology.
Yeah, they have
So,
because
so the OnlyFans pop up during the pandemic.
No.
no, it has always been there. But for these people who work in that industry, I mean, there's a lockdown. There's nowhere to go and all those stuff.
So can
So
we
they
say?
turn
Can
to-
we say that they pivoted?
Yeah, they pivoted. they turn to OnlyFans and they build their craft there. So most of them went that side, and then that's why it blossomed into that as a thing. They were the one that make OnlyFans huge. Otherwise, they are the main bulk now. I think there are 130 million users on it just for that.
Wow.
Previously, it was
That's what
small. It
OnlyFans
was
is
not
for
even
now.
known. So now most of them is using that.
Yeah, so it became hugely successful because of this.
Yes, that's true. Sorry, people. Y'all carry on. I need to go get something. Sorry. Please carry on.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. If somebody wants to be famous in this area, they just go to OnlyFans and set up an account and just sharing it with everybody else. Is it like any other social
Yeah,
media platform?
Not so easy lah. I think it's not so easy because it is still you're still selling a product and there's a lot of competition out there. So you can it's like you can set up shop, then whether people buy your products is a separate issue. So you can, but the thing is, as a platform, it's available. Okay, but whether your product is saleable is a different thing.
You know that platform is no different from Instagram, where a lot of some fitness instructor and what all these instructors, they go bare body, topless, and then they showcase this and that, and it's all over in Instagram. Last time it was all over in Facebook and all the stuff. It's just that it's a little bit more explicit in OnlyFans, and they only allow people who subscribe to their account to view whatever content.
So those who subscribe have to pay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
But it's not expensive. I think it's like typically $10-15 US per month. So it's the price of a cinema ticket.
Spotify account.
Okay, I don't have a Spotify account, so I don't know. Netflix
It's the price
Netflix
of
subscription.
No,
It's the price of a Netflix
it's-
subscription. It's less than
Yes.
less than the price of a Netflix subscription. But
So-
anyway, I think that was what I found interesting was I don't know if it has happened before, but I might just not be aware of it, whether there are other Singaporeans on OnlyFans, because
Yes, there
Titus,
is
when I read the
many.
article, sorry,
There are many. There are many.
are there? Okay, so I'm not aware of that, because when I read about Titus, I was the thought that came to mind was, wow, Singaporean, very interesting, because we're supposed to be such uptight people, you know, and anyway, creation and distribution of certain category of entertainment is illegal in Singapore. I think there was another article about him being raided or something. And anyway, long story short, I was the first thought was it's interesting that it's a Singaporean, but then the next thought that came to me was, what judgment am I having about somebody doing this? Because it's legitimate work, there is willing buyer, willing seller. Okay, there's demand and supply, and that's if he can only do it because there is a market for whatever it is. So what judgment did I have? And then the next thought was, so I think he's in his 20s. That makes him effectively a Gen Z. And when I was his age, okay, we didn't have all these avenues to do things like this. And so I was just thinking, if I were his age, would this be something that I would be willing to do? Then of course the next voice that came along is, you think you got the looks, man?
Everything has a market. Everything has a market.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Everyone has market. Yes.
Thank you. I don't know whether I don't know whether I should be flattered or not. Okay,
Yeah, but-
anyway, yeah. So there was a thought whether I would be willing to, and what judgment I had, and whether it's something that I would actually do myself. So what do you guys think?
How in the
Yes.
article it says how much money he was making, right? 5 feet
They speculated 5 figures.
per month.
Every month.
Yes. Which I did the math, right? So I did the math. Okay, so out of curiosity, I will own this. Out of curiosity, I also went to Google him, and I found him on Instagram, and he's got 124,000 followers. About 124,000 followers. And I was just calculating, if he has 124,000 followers, and 1,000 of those, which is less than 1%, are his subscribers, and he is charging $10, which is about 14 Sing dollars, right? And if he has got 1,000 people who are his subscribers, then he's easily generating about $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month. So that's for taking pictures and
Is that what he
doing work from
does?
home.
That was my
That's
next
what
question,
OnlyFans.
though. What does he need to do to maintain that subscription? What's required to earn this 5 figure? Is that
Go
all
to
he
the
does?
gym.
Is it just
Go to the gym,
Photos or
work
videos?
out, look good, and
Okay, basically
be sexy.
he has to post content. He has to continuously post content. He has to create content to post on his site. That's basically a lot of this social media. You need to constantly create content. It's like YouTube. People who put content in the YouTube are content creators. People put content on
So it's
Instagram.
creating content.
He's creating content.
It's like an Instagram where you post pictures or videos with some captions, and then if you go to that person's profile, then you will see all the postings. But if it's a subscribe only account, you will see the postings without the pictures, and then you need to subscribe to see the full posting.
Yeah, but in OnlyFans, most of this content are a little bit more bodily explicit.
I don't know. I really don't know. I actually don't know.
It's all about being the. It's all about being the birthday.
I'm just hearing. I'm just hearing a lot of things from people.
No.
It's all about being the birthday
For a lot of
Yeah.
for OnlyFans is typically that way. But about him, whether
Okay.
how far he went, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing he won't stretch it too far because in Singapore, this too explicit of a bodily content it's illegal. So if he really want to push the boundary, his account will be shut down because it's being produced in Singapore.
Even if it's on
Yeah.
OnlyFans, his account
Yeah,
will
but
still be shut down.
Actually, we don't know that.
We don't know.
But it's,
So
yeah.
but if you don't, I mean, depends on how far you push up, because certain if you are doing it tastefully and you don't show certain parts of your body, it is okay.
The artistic
Because it's-
side of photo taking.
Mm.
Yeah, it is okay. It's not considered breaking the rule, breaking the law.
Mm.
So that's fine.
So would you guys do it? Out of curiosity.
I will.
For me, for fun maybe. And I was just thinking for fun, and only if one day I want to become to work with people in the area of sex therapists or whatever, then may be something that's interesting to explore.
So you will counsel your subscribers, is it? You
Why
all
not?
Her
counsel-
only fans is counseling. Only fans is for counseling.
So let me put it this way: if what is called that? What's that magazine called last time? Playboy, is it?
What magazine?
Oh,
Playboy. Playboy ask you to do a centerfold spread. Would you do it?
If it is tastefully done, yes.
Most of that will be tastefully done one.
Mm.
Then okay,
Playboy is
why
okay
not?
lah. Playboy is okay, yeah.
Mm.
Playboy is okay, but OnlyFans is different. So
But
okay,
you
so for our
determine the content.
viewers-
Why is it different, Denise? Why is it
Okay,
different?
wait,
Because
okay, so
determine the
for our
content.
yes, okay, before I answer, so for our viewers, right, if let's say drop us a comment below. Actually no lah. If drop us a comment below if you are okay to show people whether you want to do OnlyFans or not. Not saying that you are doing it already, just saying that would you be open to the idea or not. If let's say you are very shy, then you can drop us a DM on Facebook. Okay. And then we'll be very happy to learn whether you also open to having an OnlyFans account. Not subscriber, to be the content creator. Content creator. Oh. Okay, so anyway, yes, I would do it.
You just make content creator a bad word.
I know. I'm also a content creator now, you know. But I don't create this kind of content.
Yeah. So
But
do you have,
seriously,
okay.
I
So
think-
anyway, Denise, you have not answered yet. So would you do it?
Yes, I said I would do. Okay, I would do it. But I wouldn't show my face.
Okay.
Because I think to be honest, in the current age, right, anything that is on the internet is there forever. Yes, this
Okay.
How would people know it's you?
no. If let's say I show my face, then people know it's me. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want
Right,
people
I
to
don't-
know it's you, lah.
I don't want to. I don't want
Okay,
to.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like if like you don't see this, and
Okay,
you just
so-
see everything else, it's okay.
So basically, for Denise, that's as far as you go. So really, Douglas, what your question is: how far would you go
Mm.
to generate income?
Yeah, lah.
Yes,
and-
how far would you go
if,
to
if this
generate
is
income?
if this is on the table, whether something like this is on the table or not to do, because the avenues are there, and if there are people doing it, then I'm attempting to wrap my mind around their reality box and my own biases and judgment about whether or not, and I started to realize that I have a lot of biases and judgment that comes from a lot of programming about what's good and bad, and I'm starting to question that as well. It's like, so if what's wrong? What's actually wrong with doing something like that? And I don't have an answer to that.
So
Would you guys do it?
do it?
Yeah.
Douglas, would you do it?
I will consider.
He's having cognitive dissonance right now.
Yeah, why that big pause there?
I am experiencing cognitive dissonance between the image that I project, okay, and then there's this other, hey, we only live once, if you and we are here to get an experience, then why should I care about what other people think of me? And
But
why
this
not
is an
just
experience that you
have an
want.
experience? And maybe I'll
That's
find a different audience and community.
Yeah, so basically, if let's say people cannot see your face, would you do it? I mean, honestly, I had this discussion with my husband before, and we both agreed that if let's say we are not identifiable, then we're okay.
Oh, but I would do it. I would do it and not hide my face. I would do it
Yeah.
and not hide my face because I don't want to
Different
hide. If I do it, it must be because I'm willing to do it and be seen doing it, and not do it and still, because then that will create cognitive dissonance because I don't want to be seen doing it, but yet I'm doing it. Then I am out of integrity.
Or for
Okay,
you,
so
lah,
if
for
I'm
you,
going
lah.
to do it, if I'm going to do it, then I need to have the intention to do it and be willing to be seen and recognized and acknowledged that, hey, there's nothing wrong with doing this. Okay, and there will that there will be people who will have judgment and their paradigms and their reality boxes and all that. And if they have all those judgment and paradigms and reality boxes and programming, then what are they doing watching me? so
Yeah.
that's their problem. So if they don't find it okay, then they shouldn't be watching me anyway.
They find it
So
okay to watch.
so that's where I'm coming from.
Denise,
Sorry.
Denise, why did you change your mic? This mic is further away from you and it's a little softer.
I don't know, leh. Just now you all say this mic muted, leh. Then I feel a bit
Huh?
sad. This is supposed
For
to be a
this
good
mic, you need to bring it closer to your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try the other mic again. Whether it's better.
You bring it closer to your mouth is actually quite good.
Close my mouth is quite good. That's
Yeah.
But that would mean you have to hold on to it.
It's not close to my mouth. How is it good? you know, I have had
This mic is
I
better.
have-
This mic is better.
I have had comments saying that I should set up a Spotify reading erotica stories. Then I was like, what?
Why not?
Oh, there's
Why
feedback.
not?
There's feedback from Denise,
Yes,
our
yes.
voice. Yes.
Is that still feedback?
Okay, it's
Gone
gone.
already. Okay, I think it's too near to the mic. That's why.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So
anyway,
Douglas, you are
that
saying,
was,
so you answer have you answered the question? You actually said you would, is it?
Yeah,
Or you
I would
wouldn't?
if I can get past myself, then
He would.
if I and so the thing is I have a lot of programming and I have a lot of judgment about who I am and doing that. Okay, and I yeah lah, so I'm experiencing cognitive dissonance right now on whether I
What
would
you're
or
saying
not.
is at the moment you wouldn't.
At the moment I would consider at the moment I would consider, but then again I would also do it a certain way. Yeah, that is not seedy or shady or whatever it is lah. I don't know what the range is.
I don't know. I will do it without
Okay,
showing my
Chun Ho,
face,
go
but
to
that's
you.
integrity.
Chun
Chun Ho, would you do it?
Chunho, would you do it?
Okay,
you do
if
it?
it's a one-off thing like a center in a
No,
square for a magazine,
OnlyFans and OnlyFans type of thing.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Because content, it's not just because it's not because it's OnlyFans. If you have been on Instagram before and you keep posting and posting, after a while, it becomes a chore. And in order to keep creating content to make enough people to want to follow you, to generate the income, I was like, it's not like I posted things that I when I travel, when I started Instagram, I posted things of me when I travel. I take picture here and there, and then I start posting. Then when I don't travel, I don't post. But after a while, it's like, I'm here to travel. I'm just going to see places. Why do I bother about posting this picture on Instagram? It's such a chore. The thing of wanting to do something to generate income, and I have constantly doing it, even though I like taking those pictures, and then I have purposely go and put it there to generate the income. It makes those pictures not interesting to take anymore because its purpose wasn't.
What if it was not about generating an income? What if it was about whenever you feel like whenever you feel inspired whenever you feel inspired to take pictures in a certain way, whatever it is, in a way that is consumable by a group of people. Okay, whatever that looks like, and you actually enjoy it, and then it's not effort. It's just like you wake up in the morning and then you take a picture topless, or before you go to sleep, and then you do the whatever it is, and it's not, the consideration is not about income, but there is, like you guys say, right, there's a market for everything, okay, and
Yeah.
there's an audience who will subscribe, okay, to have fantasies, okay, and I don't mean fantasies in a lewd manner, but we have fantasies about lives, about the lives we lead or the people that we want to be and all that. So people have that, and it feeds that for people that be a celebrity lah,
Well,
of sorts.
Okay. If you put it that way, would do it. I mean, I don't mind showing off my body to say, okay, a person at age 52 doesn't have to look like a typical person. At 52, you can look like this. Okay, doesn't look like Chando, but not
But
bad.
like Chunho.
It's like Chunho, not like Chando, but like Chunho. The only difference is more like the average person, but better than the average person, kind of. Even you are 50,
Just
if you
say,
exercise,
yeah, he put in a lot of, Chunho actually puts in a lot of effort into his body, okay? So
Mm.
that's why there's
so
results.
I don't mind doing it just to showcase that it is possible. It is not like if you're 50s, you're down the
Drain.
cliff.
Longkang.
Down, yeah.
Toilet.
So you can
Toilet
still.
bowl.
I had to go and Google Chuando. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Denise thing. Now I know it's a Denise thing. Oh,
It
by
is
the way,
not.
Chando
It is. I don't know who's Chando.
what?
I don't know. It's just
Okay,
it's just
I'll
that
talk
it's
about
just that
Chando
when you say
later.
Chando, immediately my head was like, oh, not like Chando, but like Chunho, because like a bit rhyme, you know.
No. So Trando is another internet celebrity because he is, I think, slightly older than us. I think he's 55 or 56 this year.
He's
No,
55
not
this
so,
year.
not so much.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
1-2 years older than us only.
No, he is. Okay, anyway, when he was 50.
Let me give the background first.
Okay.
Chando used to be a model.
Is he
Then
Singaporean or what? Wait, hang on.
he's a
Singaporean.
Singaporean model. Subsequently, he became a photographer. He's a very famous, world-renowned photographer for models, for a lot of things. And recently, he's been famous again, not for his photography, but for his maintenance of his body and his look. He is called what? What's that person that put the picture on the painting and then what's that story? What Gray?
I don't know what story you're talking
Dorian
about.
Gray.
Dorian
Dorian
Gray.
Gray.
Okay.
He was actually at one point called the Dorian Gray of Singapore because he's the one that actually it was passing around the whole internet and all. He's the Dorian
Yeah,
Gray
so
of
when he was
Singapore.
50. So when he was
Yeah.
50, they featured him for looking amazing at that age. That he looked in his 20s or 30s with an amazing build and very youthful looks.
Yeah. So anyway,
so
that's
that's a
Chando. You can just look for him. He's on Instagram. Okay. I don't mind doing that, but the thing is that I'm not going to post constantly. I just post when when I feel like it. I don't want to make it a chore. When it becomes a chore, I'm not going to do it. So I'm not going to generate an income. How far will I go to generate income? Whatever I do, it cannot be a chore. As long as it's become a chore, I'll hate it. And even if I want to generate income, it becomes something that I like doing. When it becomes a chore, it becomes work. And it becomes work, I won't feel like doing it. Yeah. So I want to be able to generate income, which doesn't feel like a chore.
Yeah, but for content creation, you really have to enjoy the content that you're creating actually.
Yeah. And there are people who are on YouTube or on Instagram, they actually enjoy doing it. The day in, day out, they don't mind doing all sorts of silly stuff and stuff. It's fine.
Silly. Okay.
With people with creative juices, they can do that because they just have that creativity coming out of them all the time.
I got a
But I
bad
don't
joke coming
have
up.
juices. Huh?
I got a bad joke coming up.
Okay.
What?
You say if
If it's
people
bad,
About
why tell
juices?
What?
About what?
no, if you have creative juices, you can do content creation. But you have juices, you can do OnlyFans.
Okay.
Okay.
I did say it was a bad joke. Okay,
Yeah.
so how far would you go to generate income? Whether you have juices or not, let us know in the comments below. I would say okay. So to sum it up, I think Rachel would do it if it's tastefully done, but everybody's version of tasteful is different, right? And
Yeah.
then for Douglas, he is experiencing some kind of a cognitive dissonance, so he will decide if he's going to do it or not. For me, yes, I will do it, but only if my face is not shown. And Chunho, no, he's not. Yeah, very interested in that. So guess no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, then that leads to the other question that I have is, so we have conditions. So we have conditions about how we will do it if we do it, and that comes from, I feel, some level of judgment of a right and wrong about this thing that's being done. And I mean, the next you know is if you see hide the
Okay,
face and
maybe,
all that,
maybe
right?
I go first. Since I already said I don't want my face on. So for you, there's a
Mm.
kind of a dissonance there, right? Why I want to
Mm.
show, but I don't want to show at the same time. It's
Mm.
actually not for me. Honestly, if I do something like that and people come up to me and say, hey, you do that, I'm like, yeah, you got problem, is it? But if let's say I have kids or my family, then these are the people I'm worried about. I don't want them to get that consequence, you get what I mean? So whether we like it or not, like you say, society still has that conditioning towards pornography or bedroom explicit stuff that is being put on show, etc., etc. But it's actually just a preference for some people, and I think that, like I said, whether I myself may not mind, but my family, I would like to protect my family from doing that to having to go through that, because I know I can take it, but I'm the one that's doing it. I shouldn't let them also
Mm.
be part of the consequences of it, and whether we like it or not, society will still, hey, why your daughter is doing this, you okay, man? You never ask her to stop, she married, shut up lah.
Hey, okay. I throw you. I throw another. I'm going to throw a spanner at you. Okay.
Oh,
Throw a
nice,
spanner at you.
mana. Ha!
Okay. So in mainstream entertainment, okay, in mainstream entertainment like movies and TV shows and all that, right? There are shows and situations where the actors, especially in recent years, are very explicit in sex scenes and all that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, or even when you have movies like 50
50 Shades of
Shades.
Grey.
Yeah,
And bedroom scenes are basically
yeah, bedroom scenes and they are there because there is an audience for it. Okay, but
I
then
get what you mean.
but and essentially it's the same act. Okay, the same intimate act. Okay, it's just a different genre.
I
Okay, so why
think
have judgment? Okay, why would have so this in response to you say what you said about consequences about uh people, your family and all that getting lashed back from other people who have judgment. Okay, so what's the difference between being in a mainstream movie and doing that and being in a non-mainstream underground movie and doing that? It's the same
okay.
thing.
I think there are two reasons why. One is that inbuilt judgment that mainstream TV is more acceptable. The second one is, I would say, it is about tastefulness also. Usually for mainstream shows, right, the explicit scenes are just kind of like an accessory, but it's not the main point of the story. Whereas for, if you're talking about uh, pornography itself, right, the 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 sex itself is the main point of the story. There's no story sometimes. It's just sex. You get what I mean? So then I guess that is the reason why people are like, oh, the thing is, this is art, because there's a story,
Yeah,
it's a well told story. That's
it's just how
correct.
we label.
Correct, but it's true. You see, majority of the times for mainstream scenes, right? Even for 50 Shades of Grey, the sex scenes or the bedroom scenes, right? It's not that many in terms of percentage. But if you're talking about pornography itself, basically from 90% of the 90% of the thing is bedroom scenes. You get what I mean? In terms of percentage, that's what I feel also. And it's usually a poorly shot, and then the camera is like right, and then the lighting is like
Yeah,
yellow.
so
and I
here's
don't know,
here's the
whatever.
other spanner, okay? So here's the other spanner. Okay, for the people, if they have judgment, and then obviously if they have judgment, it's because and they say something about it. Okay, obviously it's because they have seen it themselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? So why are they watching it? Okay, why would they be in a situation to actually know that somebody's doing that?
That is a very
No,
good point, because it is just like what you say, right? There is a public persona, and then after that, there's a persona inside that, oh, you only live once, my friend, so you should say
yeah,
it.
that's like okay, all the judgment.
And
Then
then
what are you
judge.
doing watching? If I mean,
So
if
I
you have all
can
this
judge my
judgment,
But
neighbors.
a lot of people do watch just to judge it. So that's a
Oh.
little bit on the human mindset as
Yeah,
well.
that's the
Very
thing.
interesting.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I agree with Rachel. People just want to watch it to judge it, and once they judge it, you can't stop them from judging.
And then
Yeah.
Once
gossip,
you're in there,
Yeah.
drama,
you will be judged,
gossip.
you will be scrutinized, and then when you're scrutinized, that judgment, if you are okay with it, it is not about you. What Denise is saying is about the people around her. Whether those people around her can handle the judgment because they are related to her.
Precisely. I mean, if you come to me and you say like, hey, well, you do this and that, then I will ask you the same question. Then you watch for what? You don't watch lah. Your mother know you watch or not? Your father know you watch or not? Your wife know you watch or not? Your wife don't know, right? Call your wife now, you can't talk to me somehow. Die like you, seriously. But if it's my family or people who are immediately around me, they probably, instead of thinking about why would you be watching this if you don't like it, they'll be thinking, oh yeah, I feel so ashamed, blah blah blah.
yeah,
I think my
It's like-
parents are specifically, I think my sister also will be the same as me.
it's like why are you at the crime scene? Why are you at the crime scene if you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
if
like-
you're not committing the crime?
Oh, they're like the rubberneckers, right?
What
The
rubberneckers?
rubberneckers. Rubberneckers are people who are around a scene of either crime scene or drama scene just to look. That's why they're called rubberneckers, because their necks are like rubber. Like, what's going on?
Oh.
What's going on? They're called rubberneckers.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
it's
anyway,
because of
yes.
personal circumstances. So Denise, for you, it's
Yeah.
because of personal circumstances and consequences of the impact that it will have on the
Or
people around you.
me. Mm.
Mm. Okay, maybe I don't have that. That's why my considerations are different. Okay, I've been away for so long. My family is not around, and I don't have wife and kids to consider. So the only
Yes,
person
another
who,
thing is,
yeah, so the only person who has to deal with consequences would be me.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well,
So that
the
was-
thing about it,
what else
if,
is
if
stopping?
for whatever if for whatever reason your relatives seen it, I'm sure, or their friends seen it, or the friends see it, and then tell your relative that I will tell you, you receive calls day in day out talking. They were calling you. Why are you doing
but
this?
if the relative's not close, then it doesn't matter actually. To me,
Yeah, like I don't care one.
yeah. If let's say
Yeah.
okay, if let's say but like Douglas said, not just my parents-in-law, but also my kids, next time. You get what I mean?
Your what?
My kids next time. Yeah. So
Okay.
same more. Another comeback you can say, oh, people ask me, hey, so you got watch finish or not? Oh, so I good, right? Then you say so much for what? Walao, these people are really never ending, tell you. Okay, never mind. I don't have that time of this, but I don't have that kind of account, so yeah, I'm just imagining all these comebacks that I all these two-faced people. Okay, yes.
Yeah,
What
but
else
on
were
the
we talking about
surface, those OnlyFans accounts it feels like easy money. Feels
It's
like
actually, he does earn a lot, but if you go and look at the average earning of OnlyFans, right, it's not a lot. It's really not a
But it
lot.
doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything to
It's
post
time.
content.
If your face, it's time, and then your face is there forever. And to be honest, I don't think it is actually value for money at all, because like in the Mothership article, right, a lot of OnlyFans subscribers, right, they will take screenshots, they will record when they play the video on their own phone and things like that. Then they can circulate this for free already, what? So it's not like a book or a song where you can say, hey, excuse me, you know, you need to pay me royalties. This one no royalties one, then for what I do? It's not a recurring income. It is like any other job, you have to keep on doing new pictures and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
it's-
secondary market. So then I would consider that secondary market. That means you wait for somebody. It's okay, like you wait for somebody to capture it and then share it.
Yeah, but you should
Then
share it.
no, then the
Uh-huh.
primary. Then I'm sure there's a primary market who want to have first access when it's released.
Yeah.
And all that and even because I think OnlyFans allows some form of communication and all that.
But there's
with
no
the
money
creator.
from the second there's no money to be made from the second market one, from the secondary
Yeah,
market.
so you see, okay. Anyway, I believe that there will always be secondary market. The people who use pirated stuff, okay, watch pirated movies, because it's free, and the people who will not, okay, who will pay for content, and the people who don't pay for content, nothing is lost because they wouldn't pay for content anyway. But the people who will pay for content, then they will continue to pay for content, and that's just the way things are, regardless of OnlyFans or not.
Yes, across the
Okay,
board. it's like
regardless
that.
of OnlyFans or not, there will be people who will pay.
But I think
So
but I think for
anyway,
this one,
no, I just want to say that it is not it is not true that there's no cost to it. There's a cost, and the list mentioned his time, and also he needs to continuously churn out content, and he needs to be able to churn out the content, because if he at one point his content is no longer interesting, that's it. He will just lose it because there will be some other
Yeah,
new
lah.
people.
So there's shelf life, lah. There's
There's
shelf
a shelf
life,
life. Yeah, it's
and
like
he's
any
not going to be young
artist.
forever.
Yeah, it's like any
Yeah.
artist. I mean, they make music or they make arts and all those things, and, or they write. There will come a point when the generations changes, and people are not interested in that anymore. And then he needs to think about an alternative source of income.
Yeah,
But
but
to
you
be-
see the thing is, this. So it's make hay while the sun shines. So it's make hay while the
True.
sun shines, and I think it's just knowing that the sun is not going to shine forever, and doing it during in that window of opportunity. But the point is that they are even willing to and can do it. And yeah, I acknowledge that there's a cost of, they need to look good. Okay, they need to look good for their audience. Okay, whether it's looking young, having a buff board, or whatever else it is. So there is effort, but I'm talking about the actual cost of doing business. Okay, if like you're in a product business, retail business, then you have your marketing cost, distribution cost, cost of sales, and everything else in between. Okay, so that is your regular business, but from a content creator perspective, in this sense, okay, for someone who gyms regularly, looks reasonably good, is, I don't know, have shelf value. there is no consideration of a cost, a monetary cost. To make money, just make money. So make hay while the sun shines, make a lot of money, and then go and invest it and learn from Junho lor. And
But at
then,
the end of the day, it's also about sustainability. What? Like if you talk about those mainstream actors and actresses, you can graduate, you first act as a teenage student, then after you can act as a mom, then you act as, you know, that kind of thing. Then you can slowly, but
Grow old on screen.
yeah, but for OnlyFans, right, if you need to rebuild your tribe as you grow, as your looks change, right, then it's like you always need to change market, you get what I mean?
no, I guess the
But
game
if
is
their
different,
fans
and it's
will
just,
grow old with them, one.
But the fans who grow old doesn't mean their taste will change, ma.
Yeah.
You get
true.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, people like
But when you
young
look at acting,
body
yeah,
and
but when you
young
look at
look may not like them
Correct.
any. Yeah, And then
Correct. So,
when
but
he
if
grows
you
older,
think,
becomes,
right?
I don't know, maybe he becomes have the daddy look. There's another group of people
Yes,
who
yes,
it's a different
yes. But
market.
when you acting, right, as you grow older, your fans will grow old with you, and because acting there's a story and all that, your fans can identify with whatever character you're playing. You're like, oh yeah, I also like that, then they will follow you lah. But for this is basically physical looks law. Make hay while the sun shine. This one the sun quite short.
Yeah, what he needs to do is to mint an NFT of some of his picture and just sell it.
What he needs to do is watch out my money and stop using OnlyFans. Do something else lah. Use your brain. Don't be stupid.
No, but you see, but I think all this is coming from our judgment. I feel that all this is coming from our judgment and our reality box of
What is
what
this?
people should or should not do.
Oh, you
But
mean
Actually, I have
this?
no judgment on him doing it. I'm just go ahead and do
Yeah.
it if you want to do it. But the thing is,
Yeah.
I think there's a shelf life. That's what I'm saying. There's a
There
shelf
is.
life, and you need to consider that. You can do it. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. You think you can generate money? I mean, like time when Amos E made whatever he did to be notorious, that his life. He wants to be notorious. If you in Singapore, you want to be notorious and be well known. There's many people doing it. And Amos E did one of the
Chose.
best way that anybody can thought of. Yes,
I think
it's his name
I think
brand.
OnlyFans would make more sense than doing what Amos Yee did. Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
that's my judgment. That's my judgment.
I mean, it depends on what you want. I mean, Amos E want to be famous, so that's what it depends on what you want. Okay.
So
So
yes,
if
I have
that's
actually I
what
have
you
no
want,
judgment about OnlyFans. I
yeah.
have no judgment
If
on
you-
OnlyFans. It's just that
So
would I do it or
if
not?
you have a nice body and you to make easy money out of it, and then just go OnlyFans and do whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, whilst we say that there's a market for everyone, okay, for every product, okay, but there are more markets for certain types of products than other types of products.
You mean like mainstream market?
No, I mean good
versus-
looks. Okay, good looks. I think there is a standard good look mold or template. Okay, that's why all the Koreans look the same. Okay, and that was not meant to be derogatory. It's just that you see that there's a formula that works, and that there's a demand for that formula, and people follow that formula. Okay, unfortunately for me, I feel that to do this work, not everybody has access to it. That means even if there are people who say, yeah, I'm willing to go and do this explicit stuff, unless they meet certain conditions of what the market wants, they can't.
the conditions, I tell you, these conditions is your own reality box.
Yeah,
Because
it's good.
there is
There's a
really-
certain I feel okay, I could be wrong. I don't have to be right about this. I feel that there's a certain look that is more popular, that has a bigger market than others.
But the providers of that look is also very similar looking. For example, this Titus Low that we are talking about, there are so many guys that looks like him outside. You get what I mean? Like on not outside of the streets lah, but like outside, like on
Yeah.
OnlyFans or what.
Yeah, of course, on OnlyFans, because they are endowed that way, and that's why they can do that. But if let's say someone doesn't have that look, okay, doesn't have that boyishness or that board or
That look.
yeah, and then I say, yeah, I want to go and do what? I'm so inspired by Titus Low, so I also want to do that. And then they do exactly what he does and post things and all that. It's not going to work.
Okay, think about it another way. There's a market outside there for everyone, right? But there's a smaller market for other things. That one I understand. But if you think about it, the people that servicing the smaller markets are also lesser. So if let's say there are people who really like very, very fat, men or women, okay, doesn't matter what. But the people who are willing to do OnlyFans, they are very, very fat. It's very few. So
Yeah.
yes, so it's a niche lah. You get what I mean or not? So you can do the mainstream thing, and you have many other competitors that look almost the same as you, or you can do the niche thing where you are very easily distinguishable. Lor.
There is Douglas.
Cognitive dissonance again.
you have to open your
Douglas's
mind,
face when
man.
he's it's very
Yeah, you
obvious
have
why
to
he's like
open your mind. There is a market. There's a market for voluptuous women, no?
Yes,
is.
there
There
is.
is.
And I totally believe it, but I still do not deep inside myself emotionally believe it. That's why when Douglas said that there's a mainstream market for hot pots, immediately I was like, yes. And even in between, inside me, there's these two things like I know that there is, but inside here, I'm like, nah, how can it be? Don't lie to my, you know.
Okay, Douglas. Okay, if you have gone on to a lot of social media, all sorts of social media platform, and search and look at things, you will realize that there's a market for everything. Okay, so and those things that you think that nobody is interested in, actually those people have found a niche, because not many people will go in there. So for
So it seems
certain
like
body type,
I have tunnel
yeah,
vision. Oh my
because
god.
you have a
Tunnel vision,
judgment.
you have programming.
You have a judgment on how a person should look to attract people.
to be
Okay,
hot
I
and be
do.
considered hot.
I do. I do have a judgment. Okay, I do have an opinion lah of what I think will work and what not so well. Okay, but
Yeah.
but again, as I say, I don't have to be right about this. It's just that from my reality box, it feels that way, and that not everyone has access to be able to do something like this, and some people are just more gifted than others, to sell their product.
I totally get
That's
you
all.
because I still have that prejudice also, to be honest, for myself. Even though I do know and I've seen that there are market for everything, but I still deep inside don't believe. You get what I mean? So I
Mm.
understand totally where Douglas is coming from. Like,
Mm.
yeah. So besides making hay while the sun shines, another thing is find your niche.
Mm.
Find your
Yeah,
niche.
And your
play
own
the very
tribe.
very important. Yeah, very important. Find your niche.
Find your niche.
So maybe
Okay.
maybe there'll be a market. So maybe there'll be a market for me after all.
There will surely be one, I tell you. You know, I once had a friend who was teaching me about tribe building, right? Then he was saying such things like, it's the same thing as a market for everybody, correct or not? It's like if you put yourself out there authentically and show up authentically as you are, you will attract people who are your tribe lah. So in this case, it's the same lah. So you put yourself out there authentically on OnlyFans. You will attract your tribe. Because people who subscribe to you lah. It's just about reaching out only. That's what my friend told me. It's just about reaching out.
Are you actually encouraging me to do it?
Making yourself seen and heard.
It's
No,
an
no, no.
experience, you
I
know.
am
It's
not
an
encouraging you
experience.
to do it. I'm
No,
just
I'm
giving
not.
you
I'm
the
just
information
that
that
there
there
is
is a market
for you, yes.
everything. Okay.
Yes.
Even if you have a judgment on BDSM, there is a market for BDSM. And even if you have a judgment on a certain part of BDSM, there is a market for. And some of the things I'm grossed out about it, there's a huge market for it.
There's
So
that
sometimes
escalated quickly.
it's about being clear on whether you're doing it for money or doing it for experience or you're just doing it for fun. Then you can just play with it if that's
You can play with
there's a market
it.
for golden shower, and that is like,
Hey, please, golden shower is like not like very bad. I have somebody talk to him
I
about
know the other one. Okay.
scared to play. I was like, what was scared play? Then there was a spell for me. I Googled. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I've seen that also. Okay, I've seen sections of it when I went to the States.
I
I
have
went to some of the stores.
never.
I've seen sections of
It's not my thing.
videos for
I
rent.
cannot imagine.
Yeah, but it could be some people's thing.
Yeah, I know.
It
That's what
is.
I
There
mean.
is a market for everything. There is.
There is,
So
yeah.
that's why that's what I'm saying. I mean, if people want to find out more about all these kind of things, you can go and watch Netflix Bonding. There's this show called Bonding on Netflix. Go watch
One
it and you'll know
day.
how wide the market is for everything.
Okay.
Bonding. So find your tribe.
Yeah, so find your tribe.
There's a marketplace for everything. It's the same as finding your tribe. Just finding people who are willing to pay you. That's all. Pay
Yeah.
for you specifically.
So there's a niche and there's mass market. You want to go with the mass market, you go to the niche.
My one for sure is niche one. No mass market.
True
Okay,
that. Mass market is highly competitive. Okay.
Yes, Denise, you're frozen.
I
Denise
think
is
she's
frozen.
frozen. Yeah.
Well, that's still a nice picture of her.
Yeah, she froze at the exact right point. Very
Yeah.
good. Shall we do
Very
last
good.
words while we wait for her to come back?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Go.
Go. Rachel, go.
Rachel needs to think.
Yeah, Douglas also, Kampong Kid also needs to think.
Chun
Too
Ho,
much
go.
to think about.
Last words. Yes.
Last words. I'm basically, I mean, I'll just say from my point of view, I mean, how far will I go to generate income? As long as it's not a chore, I will go. I mean, if it becomes a chore to generate that income, I'm just going to hate it, even though even though you're asking me about this going to OnlyFans. If I go on OnlyFans, my whole intention is just to to showcase a little bit here and there, but I'm not going to go for the purpose of generating income because it becomes a chore and I'm never going to do it. Content creations needs work, and it's such a chore for me. Okay, for some people, content creation comes easy, but it doesn't come easy for me. So it's a chore. But reading articles, reading news about what's going on in the world, that is not a chore for me. So I don't mind doing it. I just read and read and read. And if I can somehow on the side make money out of reading the information, well, all good from there. So for me, that's for me. As how far I would go is as long as it doesn't become a chore.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Douglas?
I think at the end of the day, if be clear about. Is Denise back? Hi, Denise.
Sorry about that. I dropped off.
Yeah, you did. We are doing last words.
Oh no, I missed all the scat play. I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Douglas. Please, last words.
Yeah. So I don't know what last words I have. Okay, I am still I am still in a state of cognitive dissonance about having an experience of life in whatever way, from whatever perspective, and of course within limits, and this episode of
Oh
Denise
no,
is on
she's
again.
dropped off again.
Yeah. And anyway, this
Okay.
episode of OnlyFans has raised some questions for me on what I would actually consider experiences that I want in my lifetime. And I think that's a question that all of us need to consider and get that experience while the sun is shining. That's my last words. Okay. Denise. Last words.
Last words. Last words is do what you want to do, but just make sure that you are able to deal with the consequences, whatever those consequences are. That's from me on Not
Okay.
OnlyFans. Should we do last words already? Not yet. Huh?
Yes,
Yeah, he
that's
did.
me. Done.
Oh my goodness. Go betrayal.
So for me, because it's very interesting, this is the first time I'm looking at my paper because I forgot what the website is called, so it's OnlyFans, okay. Because it's the first time I'm hearing about it, and then even as you know, we were having this conversation, I sort of have the realization that whatever that we do, of course, is having an experience, but it's also about finding the right medium for it, the right platform for it as well. And it's very interesting to me how the platform OnlyFans evolved from how it was. I'm guessing initially this wasn't the intention for it when it was first started, but how it evolved to become what it is now, that's something that I'm very fascinated by. So I guess for me, my last word is to be open to explore, also find the right medium for whatever niche that we may come up with. Yeah.
You need to go and research Tumblr as well.
Actually,
Now,
okay.
I googled just now, but it's like outdated already. No
Yeah,
ma?
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
People don't use it anymore. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just had, as you guys were sharing, I just had one more thought. Okay, I mean, there's just a lot of crazy thoughts going on, and that one thought was I realized, or maybe I think that I enjoy a certain level of mystery, of of underground, of being hidden, and maybe there's a certain thrill of doing that.
What is that face?
that I
The
don't know,
voyeurism.
that non-mainstream thing, just to be the rebel, just to do something different, and just to have the secret identity.
Okay, that sounds like
Okay,
Douglas.
go.
There's
You
a,
can
there's
go
a
on
certain
with it.
drama. There's a certain drama from, wow.
You can wear the Batman mask.
Yeah, or you can do the Japanese way, wear goggles.
Where goggles.
Goggles? Eye shit or
Okay, they
something
have no
like
idea what we're
goggles?
talking about. Okay, shh. They have no idea. Okay.
I guess that's what I'm going to Google for. Japanese
Yeah,
goggles.
Japanese goggles,
OnlyFans.
yes! That's what I'm going to.
But I suspect Japanese goggles, PORN, may be a better, will
Yeah,
give you a
but
better search
anyway,
result.
what Douglas Kampong Kid said, sounds like him. Okay, he's not a voyeur. Okay,
He's an
the
exhibitionist.
voyeur is here. The voyeur and the eavesdropper is here. I'm the voyeur eavesdropper.
You do know what a voyeur means in a sexual context, right?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, in the sexual context,
maybe
yeah.
maybe it's just a thrill of being watched by anonymous people. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. But that's exhibitionism to a certain extent already, because
Yeah, that's
exhibitionism
exhibitionism. Yeah.
simply means being watched, whether and it can work whether you know the person is watching you or not, either one. So long as you like being watched while engaging in explicit acts, then
Don't have
you
to
are
be
an
explicit. Don't have. Okay, my caveat is this: don't have to be engaging in explicit acts. But
that
just-
means you want to
just-
have a stalker. Right, who is watching what you are doing every day? Like, what else would people
No,
want
it's
to watch
okay.
you?
Okay, stalker is scary. Stalker is scary. No.
Yeah. He wants
Okay.
to like show off. Okay.
Mm.
Be there and showing off stuff.
Or
Show off what's
or
that?
actually maybe it's just to feel that inner need that someone is interested enough to want to watch.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, no? You just carry your phone around with you and document every aspect of your life, like, a week in the life of Douglas from, 24 hours
That's
a
what
day.
people
and
do,
people can watch.
yeah.
Ah.
Or what
Yeah.
does Douglas eat in a week? That kind of things.
Yeah, somebody will watch it one.
Yeah.
There's a
Did you-
market
okay,
for
did you-
everything.
Did you know there was
People
this?
watch you
there's this-
sleep.
Yeah, there's
Really?
this YouTube channel. There's nothing explicit about this YouTube channel. It's basically this guy. It's just he filming himself studying, actual studying textbook, and he doesn't talk. and he films himself studying for 3-4 hours, and he doesn't talk. He doesn't look at a camera. He's just doing his own thing, studying, taking notes, drink water, and he has I don't know how many millions views. It's crazy,
Imagine
right?
imagine last time cable TV used to have this channel called Fish Channel. I don't know exactly, is it called Fish Channel? It basically is a channel you just tune on. It's a cable TV. You just tune on that channel. It's just an aquarium showing fish swimming around. It's just that. People subscribe to
see?
it. There's a market for everything.
All you have to do is find your tribe. Again, I
Yes.
can
Douglas
that line.
out. See you in the next video, Douglas out. I'm going to get busy.
Okay. All right, then. I guess that's it for
Okay.
tonight. Thanks, guys. Catch us 2 weeks later, and we will see what we're going to talk about in next episode. We will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Like, share, subscribe.